you tired of paying full price and waiting for sales on your games? Well, let me introduce you to instant gaming, where seriously, that is no longer an issue. Massive discounts on all your games. Make sure you click on the link in the description and get that checked out ASAP. Do it now. We're back at it, everybody, in Arms Trade Tycoon, and where we left off, we had it where we have just started production of our glorious tankage. Let's see how that's getting on. This one, or is it just been delivered? I think we even sent them all off. Yes, we did. Right, so they've got a contract by the British government. And I do believe they're all going to be sent off, and how wonderful is that? Now, there's something that I learned before, which... defects. Oh, it's not in there, is it? I need to go into the engineer. Basically, all the things that are wrong with your tank, you've got to click on the button, and I didn't realise this, and pay some money, and that fixes it. So, this, for example. So, that is... oh, where's the other side of the tank? Oh, no! Right, okay, so I've made a boo-boo. Right, so... oh, dear me. I forgot to put another turret on the side of that tank. Oh, what a lemon. I know, it should be there. Where is it? I'll have to find out. It should have two on there. I might have to do that one again. But all these defects that are on here... oh, I can click it. Blocked vision ports, crew limit. So, crew awareness is severely limited when vision ports are blocked, which is obvious. So the defect penalty... now, amend the defect to reduce the penalty. That is... reputation? Yes. So, because it's got so many defects, the reputation of this tank is... not fantastic. Where's the other part of the hull? What is going on? Is it showing it like this just because I'm in the design thing? It might be. Yeah, that might be a feature where you can actually see inside of it. It's gotta be, hasn't it? No, don't save it. Oh yeah, it does have the turret on. Right, so no, it's not broken, it's just having a hissy fit. So yes, we can fix this. The improvement will be that the reputation penalty will be gone and people can see more. And immediately, that has been fixed. How wonderful. Crew aiming. Internal obstructions, crew limit. Excessive internal obstructions hinder precise and rapid target aiming. So they can't really get their head around it. So, we can fix this. It will reduce it somewhat. And then we've got crew safety. Blocked evacuation path, crew limit. Blocking evacuation routes significantly lowers the possibility of crew survival. And I reckon that's that one to do on the roof. If I can zoom in, it might let me. There's a hatch there. There it is. And that's probably blocked. And that one there is probably blocked because of this big wheel thing. So this fixes it. I don't think it moves it physically on the tank, but it fixes it. Crew... oh, crammed environment crew limit. Crammed conditions inside the tank drastically worsen crew conditions, and that's never very nice, is it? But we can spend money and fix that to a degree, and we can do this with all of them. Agility, uneven mass distribution, so it's not... well, yeah. Oh, look, there. Devs, if you watch these, I do believe you do. There's not a thing for it, so there you go. There's no translation, but we can improve it. It doesn't actually improve it, but it reduces the reputation penalty, so we'll do that. And then insufficient roller travel volume. This is to do with the step height. Oh, that's basically how big of a clunk it can climb over. Again, another one, devs. Don't forget, this is very much in alpha, so there are going to be many things. Insufficient structure rigidity, mass limit. So, insufficient frame rigidity drastically restricts the width of trench that can be crossed. Now, again, it doesn't actually fix it, but it gets rid of the reputation. So we're just going to go through a load of these. Road speed, cross-country speed because of loose tracks, insufficient track tension. We can kind of fix that, and that is most of them. Now, the only other ones which... Oh, look, structure. Crammed environment. Yeah, oh, this one actually does get improved. We can fix that. And then repairability of the running gear. Insufficient roller access. We might be able to stick a new doodah on it. But that reputation is now got up to 70. How wonderful is that? Now, on this design, there is also some defects, and they appear to be all up here. Similar things. Oh, right. So we can't fix them until we've done trials on this tank. So we can send this tank into trials. Can't quite remember if I fully did that one or not, but it is what it is. So what we shall do is send it to the proving grounds. I need to change the name of it really, but there's less crew in this one, but yeah, I know it is this one. We can test it. That's going to cost me 5 grand, which is ridiculous, and it's going to take 8 days. And we can even take it for a bit of a spin. So let's have a bit of a gander. I do wonder if we can have more ranges here at some point, and that would be lovely. That might be a thing that developers are doing. Still need to have a one-to-one with the lead developer. And look at this thing. We've got many not tanks. Machine guns, so we'll have a bit of a drive around and see if we can get all the points required. We do get a bonus for doing this. And one thing I was inquiring about when I was making this is the fact that I can only plop one set of ammunition in it. And now, is that these 500 rounds supposed to be for all 5 guns? I'm not entirely too sure. So that would only mean 100 rounds per machine gun essentially, which isn't really ideal. I'm going to have to be careful with my usage, but I am hoping I can just get up here and start squirting at these while I'm wriggling around. And they can't traverse down. Yeah, it's left and right only, so I'm going to have to be at the same height, which is a little bit annoying. I'm hoping with new technology we can fix this. There we go, let's keep going. I don't think we'll be able to take on tanks with this thing, but it will be very good at murdering the infantry. But again, 500 rounds is not going to be enough, I don't think. And I strongly suspect that this is going to hinder us in battle. Now, now that's a light tank. There's a few squirts and it's gone apparently. Okay. I don't think it'll do it on a medium. This isn't a proper thing, it's just a squirty running around scenario, so we'll how did that miss? Might have been a lucky guy. Try and murder some of these. Apparently there's something in the way. Try the other one. Get that swinging around. No, there's something in the way. Is it that log? Are you mad? There we go. Now, if we just hit that with a machine gun, does it murder it, technically? Yeah, technically it does. So that won't happen in an actual battle, which I'm hoping we can get in on this episode. That would be lovely. Oh, there's targets up there. I never saw them. Oh, I can't hit them. We don't have an up and down traverse doodah on this thing. These are World War I tanks after all. The fact that it supposedly goes 20 kilometers an hour, it seems a bit daft, because I don't think they went that quick, to be completely honest. But now I'll just whiz around. Some more targets here. Got most of them. Again, it's a little bit difficult because you can't traverse the gun down. But at least we've got machine guns on all sides. But it is correct in what I thought with the ammunition. We only have 500 rounds for all of them, which is not going to be great on the battlefield. see how we get on. Ooh, mouse went all over the place. Big trench. Crawled over that, no problem. Excellent. Oh, my mouse keeps sliding around. That is really annoying. Ah! Well, there you go, we whizzed around, and we got the bonus in the deployment phase, repair phase, so it's always worth doing for 3 minutes of your life. Absolutely. There is... they've not deployed us, but our tanks are on the way, so there should be combat soon. We just need to prepare for what the government want next. And if we have a look over here, yeah, they're not quite there yet. Hopefully, that will be there rather shortly. Now, we're currently engineering something. We are engineering... Oh, the new engine! Yes! That would be marvellous. Research. We are researching... Let's have a quick gander. What are we researching? I think we're working our way to the Whippet tank. RH steel. Yeah, we're doing that one. And we're going to work over to the Whippet. The last research I did was this. It's much more reliable than everything else, which is wonderful. We've got a new engine, so I'm hoping that we can slap them onto those existing designs. And either improve them. So I think we need to go into engineering for that. So we have our original hull here, and there's not much I can stick in these other parts yet. So that's a bit of a thing. I could potentially improve this, but I want to see if I can upgrade an already existing design first. For that, it's clear they're not engineering, it must be design. Right, here we go. So this is that one. Can I change the name of that? Kind of forgot to. Right, so we've got this. Can I change that? Don't think it's going to let me. Oh, hang on. Oh, no. Create design. I think I'm going to have to do a whole new thing for it, which is a little bit annoying. I was hoping I could just... edit in engineering. Yeah. Then again, how would I know? Yeah, it's not changed it to the female. So it looks like I'm going to have to do a new design for each of these upgrades, which is rather annoying. But at least I could do it in here. So there's the new tracks. They've got a new engine, which is not out yet. So on the next one, I'll do the tracks and the engine in one go, I think. Oh, look! It can visually see the new track. If you have a look, that's the old one. That's the new one. That looks a lot beefier, doesn't it? Look at that! Oh, they're massive in comparison. And it could carry more weight. How wonderful is that? Marvellous. Absolutely excellent. Now, there was another thing that we did, which was the turrets. So we have the male sponsor 1 and 2. The Mark 1. Yeah, so the Mark 2 sponsor, which is one of these, we changed the rivets inside of it. So that actually means we use up less space inside the tank, which is wonderful. Doing that means... Do we stick a gun in it? Where's the gun? Oh no. I don't think I stuck a gun in it. Ah, that's not good. But, oh no. There should be a gun in it. I think it's just a graphical glitch thing. But, no, that's good. More space inside the tank means you can stuff more in it, and it means the crew are more comfortable. So we've got all of these things to think about when we're designing these things. And yes, it is going to cost me cash to do it as well, which is a little bit annoying. Oh yeah, there's the gun. Woo, that was close. It's 14, so it is an improvement. So what do I do? Do I stick this together now and then see what they want. I think I'm just going to run its course for a little while first, because there's other things that I can be doing. I'm going to save this design. No. Meaning, because if I go for that steel next, that will be wonderful. The firepower, we're not touching that yet, but we're going to go for the low running gear and try and get a Whippet tank on the go. That will be marvellous. There's many things we could do. They are going to want an MG tank of sorts if it goes by what the demo wanted originally. So we'll just have to wait and see. There's one thing I am concerned about is that if we were to upgrade, say, to the new running gear on the other one, they had requirements where, due to keeping things nice and simple for logistics, they wanted the same running gear and the same hull. Now, technically, that is a different running gear. I don't quite know how it's going to affect, so I don't want to spend a lot of money on it if it's not going to. So we'll just have to wait and see, I think. Now, once we know that, right, it will be really good idea just to keep upgrading pieces, and then when they want a tank, there it is. Already sorted, ready for them. I just need to know, say for example this machine gun, I can now upgrade this. Instead of it having the magazine Mark 1, I can have it belt fed, which improves the rate of fire, the damage output, and anti-ricochet, which is wonderful. And that's just the gun. And then when we're looking at this, which is the new engine, this is coming about, and it's going to take 4 days. But even the new tracks, for example. But again, if it wants us to have the same track layout, then we're going to have to upgrade this instead of giving it one of them. I'm just going to have to wait and see, really. As long as I keep pushing, and we've got the MG tank coming along, and if I can get the Whippet done, we should win the contracts as long as I'm whippy enough about it. Oh, the reverse engineering is done. Oh, wonderful. I'll show you that now. Something else got done. I don't quite know what that was. I think the engine got sorted. And the design, which is wonderful. I can show you that now, just how much of a difference that actually is. So if we go to engines, that is the old one. These are the stats for it. Not great. So if you just remember that, and compare it with that, look how much better it is. Near enough half the weight. It's reliable, it works, it can shove things up hills, it's just supreme. And those are 2 engines off a double-decker London bus, believe it or not. So there is that, and now, this. What is this like? So, this is off a French tank. I don't think it's as good, to be completely honest with you. No, it doesn't look it, which is a little bit annoying. So the French tank that we're taking pieces off to examine is this thing, which, well, they were never great, were they? Now, they do have a rather large 75mm gun. Now, I don't think I'm going to be able to stick that on the Mark 1 hull anywhere, but there's other bits that we could potentially use. So the hull, I can take that apart and see what I could do with that, because we're going to be selling things, if it's in the game at this point, to the French and things as well. And if I can steal their good bits and make a funky tank, then that's great. This machine gun, I don't quite know how good it is. We're going to just have to engineer it. I might take the tracks, because I do believe they had very good and complicated, well, reliably sophisticated suspension for the time of year. So I know that the suspension is good. I don't know how that relates in stats until we reverse engineer it. So I think I will reverse engineer that first. That's going to take 5 days, which isn't too bad at all. We've got 40 engineers idle. I don't like that, but there's nothing that we can get them doing at the moment until I know exactly what is going on. I'm not going to bother designing that engine for us because it's crap. I think what I am going to do is just be prepared. Be completely honest. So, this is the old running gear, not the new one. That's the new one. This is the old one. I think I'm going to just make another mark of this and just have the pieces ready. And then if it comes to the point where the British say, yeah, we want reinforcements, but it has to be the same track, then we've got the pieces already sorted. And then I can stick it together. So it's a bit of an in-between, to be completely honest. So we can stick it with the new wheels, which are inside, which gives it much better operational range and everything else. That one, it's not as good. I don't like that. But it is cheaper, but cheaper isn't always better. So we'll go with the... Oh, I need to do that. There we go. Let's make a new one. Stick them ones on it. See the different parts already running around. That is much better. That's the old ones, them the new ones. Sprocket Mark II is definitely better. But that is so much cheaper. What did I do on the other one? That is questionable. I don't quite know. These parts are just lighter. But they're not as good. I mean, what is that? Cross-country speed is awful. Mobility is definitely a thing. We've got the cooling vents. That improves the transportability and the reliability and everything else of this thing. And the track inserts, which definitely helps as well. Now, we can't just stick everything on that's wonderful and wacky, because the weight becomes far too much. But I do believe we'll save weight in the engine. Hopefully, we shall see. Just wait. See, that's not much different. You might not think it's much, but when you have all the other different parts, boy, does it make a difference. So look, we're adding another 1,000 kilos onto this thing, essentially. Which is a little extreme. So we'll just have to see. We might have to try and save weight elsewhere. Let's just go back on to this and see what I did. I did the idler rolls Mark II. I did the roll. Yeah, I did all that. I did all that good stuff. Okay, so yeah, we'll do that with this. And see how we get on. Problem is that we don't get an increase in weight capacity on these. We will save that. Oh, it's in draft. I'm not actually... so it doesn't cost me anything. I see. So you can still do it. Right. Oh, that's actually quite a lot better than what I thought it was going to be. Components. Modifications. Yeah, you can't switch it. Okay. So in that case, we can upgrade this awful engine as well then. Just to be on the safe side. Give the transmission... I think it was these that I may have swiddled around with it. On the engine. What did I do here? Yeah, I did the side brakes. Marley, what's it? I think these are different pieces altogether. So it might not even be relevant. Many things you're going to consider in this. You can really go into proper depth. Transmission Marley. So you've got rolled speed and everything else. Different transmission. What would you do? Let me know in the comments. I can't add too much weight. What does the thing weigh anyway on this thing? What I might do is even improve this. So these are brilliant. These reduce the weight. If we have a look at the mass, oh no, it's just a volume. But the structure is better. The cruise safety gets a bit compromised, but it's it'll do. I'm sure they will survive. We're going to keep all that on, so we're just going to keep that design there. It's going to be the Mark 1, Mark 2 hull. Remember, this is just the hull. We've got all these other gubbins in here as well. The male sponsor Mark 2, that has the lighter rivets in it. This has... See, that could do with an upgrade as well. So we'll design another one of these. With all the new stuff, just so that we have it ready. The new doors, they are lighter and more wonderful as well. I like it, so we'll get that. Like I said, if we just design all these pieces, then we know how we're getting on. The female sponsor, we've just done this, and that has all the good bits in there as it is. The gun, I don't think we can stick anything else on here. We haven't researched anything, so that is fine. Machine gun. We can on the machine gun. So on the Lewis, instead of it being a drum, we can make it a belt fed. There you go, you can see them all there. I mean, I can't imagine that's going to be very wonderful in a tank, just having that sprued everywhere, but it is what it is, I suppose. With the engine, we can do the same as well. I just hope we don't go overweight. I mean, the Mark II transmission is actually quite a lot lighter anyway. Now, this is where we're going to save weight here. So if we have a look at this one, see, that is a lot lighter. The Marley radiator, what did I do on this one? See, that's even lighter there. Brakes. We save a lot of weight on the brakes. That one gives the same stats and is cheaper all round. I don't see why you wouldn't use that one. This one, very similar. Again, don't see why you wouldn't use that one. Carburetor. Put the new carburetor in there. That makes things a lot nicer for everybody. And for the radiator, we probably do want to go for the radiator Mark II because you get the more range. The range is always a thing. You've got to be able to get to where you're going. I think we'll stick with the transmission 2 though. That gives us a lot more running about, flying about power, and it's lighter anyway. So there's that. So we'll save that. This one, I think, has all the gubbins in it. Anyway, yeah, so we're up to date. I think we're up to date with everything now then. So we'll just have to see how we get on. Have to see what the government say, because I don't want to stick something together, which sticking it together costs me money. Designing it like that doesn't. So at least I know we're all up to date. We've got various pieces, which is all nice and wonderful. So let's speed time along. Trials completed of the Mark 1, which is actually named wrong. So I need to actually go now back into design, or is it engineering? I always forget which one does what. Oh no, it was the right one. So now we can fix these defects that are on this thing. Throw some money at it. Blocked vision ports, yes. Blocked evacuation path, yes. I don't know which vision ports are blocked, to be completely honest. Because you got the 2 at the front, and I think those are the only ones. You're clearly not going to have any at the back. You must be able to see somewhere out of there, but I don't know. Don't know what that is, to be completely honest. That's to do with running gear and so on. I've no idea what this big gaping hole is. It might be to pass things through, maybe shells. It could be a utilization thing. You're not going to want to get the shells in through that area, are you? But it is what it is. Insufficient structure rigidity, yeah. Extra power loss because the thing is too heavy. And insufficient vibration dampening, that's never nice. But we've fixed them now, so it's got a high reputation because it has been fixed. So that means when we go to sell it, we've got a better score, so we could get more money for it, which is absolutely fantastic. So let's progress time a little bit. Oh, look at this. We've reversed engineered that piece of the French doodah. So let's have another look and see which other part we want now. I'm thinking maybe the gun. That would be wonderful. That has optics on it as well, which I don't think we have on ours. So I might get them doing the 75mm gun. This is legit. a motorized artillery piece that can't really traverse or anything. I mean, they weren't the best tanks, were they, really, these ones? I think they got obliterated quite a bit, but that is a mighty gun. We'll get that going. That's going to take 18 days. Oh, it is a fat gun, I suppose. Oh, would you look at that? Our contract has completed. Which means... Yeah, look. Those are ours. Oh, wonderful. So it'd be nice to see these in combat soon. And I do believe there's going to be 4 more companies. Do they already have tanks? What tank is that? That looks like a British design. Oh no, it's just a generic frame. Okay, so they don't actually have any yet. So it will be wonderful when a battle happens. I do want to know if that is implemented in this game. It was in the demo, so we'll just have to wait and see for that one. We've now researched this steel, which is a rolled homogeneous armor. Is made of a single steel composition, hot rolled to improve its material characteristics. This armor is designed for service applications that require maximum protection for ballistic purposes. Now, it's heavy, kinetic resistance is high, and shock resistance is high. So we can compare that to this one. Yeah, essentially, it's a lot better at protecting your tank, and you can choose what your tank is made of. Now, we need the medium hull now, which is the medium Whippet, which is going to give us all of these funky stuffs. So we're going to get that sorted now, because it takes a little bit longer to do a hull than what it does for the other stuff. And then we need to get the running gear for it, which is going to be absolutely lovely. One thing that I do need to do is keep getting materials in, because there's different prices for each one of them. Europe's expensive. Oceania isn't that expensive. Asia's alright. Oceania has more available. Middle East is a little bit more expensive on the high carbon steel. Africa is the cheapest overall, but they don't really have that much bar from rubber. But we don't need that much of that. And in North America, that is just... Oh no, it's actually quite cheap as well. But if we keep getting bits from Africa, and it's not much, but it is cheap. I'm just thinking... There's just not much of it. The 1000 iron doesn't even touch the sides. So maybe if we buy stuff from the Middle East. No, Asia's cheaper. Asia or Oceania? I think Oceania is going to be our best bet. So we'll do that. If you look at Africa, oh, it's even cheaper. But you can actually get loads of it in. So what do you do? What do you do? These are our current stocks over here. What I might do is just keep ordering bits in. Keep ordering bits in. Because I do believe at some point prices will go up. And if I just keep tickling them in, we'll be alright. Let's see, that's going to take a month to get here. That isn't wonderful. Rubber. How much rubber do we have? What do these even take? That's man hours, materials. Oh, look, see, look, this is what it takes to build one. Oh, that's nice. A bit of glass and a bit of rubber as well. We could probably get a little bit of rubber in. Oh, I'll tell you what we could do, even. Can you sell it? You can sell resources. I'm going to look into that. I'm wondering if I could buy a load of rubber and sell it all. Oh, that'll be wonderful. Let's try and have a look at that. No, that isn't a valid option, unfortunately. selling rubber, you get 4 for it. And buying it, cheapest is 4, so that's not ideal, is it? So really, when you sell it at the cheapest price of everything, which isn't wonderful. Oh, medium carbon steel does. You can get 1 for that. Okay. Oh, that's not bad. Iron you don't. Oh, hang on. Oh no, medium carbon steel, you only get 2. What was I looking at then? Oh no, I was right. Look, medium carbon steel. I could sell it for 3. And I could buy it for 2. Okay. What about high carbon steel? They're so cheap though. Look at that. Cost me loads in Europe to buy that. You really got to pick where you get your resources from. Selling the rare metals and things, you get nothing for it. Wet glass, 6. I could buy a fair bit of that in Oceania and sell it for 5. Ooh, maybe. And in Asia. So how much will that actually give me then? I can make more money doing this. Let's try it, shall we? So glass. Is it glass? I keep looking at the wrong thing. Glass, 10 there, yeah. Or is that high carbon steel? Oh, I don't even know anymore. 1 second. No, it's the high carbon steel. Alright, let's try that. I'm going to order 8,000 high carbon steel. It's going to cost me 40 grand. But then I should be able to sell it for a bit more than that. I should be able to make 30 grand from that. And while I am here, I may buy some other materials as well. Medium carbon steel is really cheap there, so I'm going to buy a load of that. Iron is fairly cheap as well. And what do I sell iron for? Just 1. Yeah, I think the other one this is valid for is high carbon steel. If I buy it for 3, which is there, which ain't too bad. So I could buy a load of iron as well, just while I'm at it. I do have cash now. I don't want the prices to go up stupid amounts before I get there. And I need it, so if I get a load of it now, rubber, I'll buy that from Africa. Glass, that's just ridiculously expensive, but you're going to need bits of it. How much do I have? Fair bit. How much do I need? Not much. That one uses even less. I might even just get 1,000 of that. I think that'll do for now. Rubber I will get from Africa, but I'm hoping I can sell high carbon steel for a profit. See how this goes. It won't be much, but it will add up. Looking at the warehouse, things that we could do. A section of unloading station that enables goods to disembark different types of transport swiftly, and that will reduction of resource delivery time. That will be good. That should increase our profits if we go down that route. And that's the safety, don't care about that. Scrap depot. Percentage of raw materials returned to the player when stored tanks are scrapped. Oh, I don't care about that because I hopefully won't be scrapping them. That is materials sales for bonus of raw materials prices sold by. Oh! Oh, I like it. Yeah, we're having that. Freight, bonus to tank delivery reliability and resource delivery reliability. Maybe. Tank travel time and reduction of resource delivery time. Ooh, well, I might just go for the big boys on this. Reduction of tank delivery time. Build. And reduction of resource delivery time. Build that as well. What is that? Oh, stored materials. I might build that up as well. I can see that coming in handy. Okay, so we've got a side option potentially for selling materials now. Don't know if that was intentional, but I'm going to take advantage of that. Oh, there's another battle. Battle of Mons started. Well, that's currently ongoing. And our tanks are not involved. Okay. Hopefully the lads win that, though. Oh, good news. Britain announces a new contract for 20 tanks. Oh, lovely. A new regiment, Company B, is being raised as a sign of increased trust in tanks from higher command. This regiment is to be equipped with 20 tanks of supply type. And that doesn't make sense. And accompany other tanks regiments in the ongoing campaign. Okay. Let's have... Oh, not that one. Let's have a quick gander. What do they want? A competitor has a little tank. It doesn't quite say what they want. Firepower, soft, reliability, and protection. Well, surely this one. Yeah. Marvellous. So, oh, you can add a different one. Alright, so this is all the point system. So they want firepower soft and everything else. That's firepower hard. This is firepower soft. That's what they're basing it on. Got good protection. It's got good enough mobility. See, if I was to upgrade this, an application deadline by the 22nd of the 10th. I've got a month. But then again, they're going to want more tanks. Will it be possible for me to build all of them by then? That is a jolly good question. So we're thinking more profit. So there's bits of that tank which I can amend to improve it. So the new engine, for example, that will give it more score. So this is where you've got to be one step ahead. I think I'm going to have to spend money on getting this stuff sorted. So they want 30 of these things. Contract, we can increase the price. What is their competitor score? 138. So we need to beat that. Could give them the normal other tank one. What does this cost me to actually build? The second one is cheaper and I'm going to get the same amount of money for it. But these ones will be able to knock out tanks. These ones won't, because they've only got a little Pexi machine gun on it. But it's so much cheaper and I can pump these out a lot quicker as well. And if I want 30 of them by 2 months' time, then it's going to have to happen, isn't it? Yes, so we'll do that then. So how long can I... 30 of them. Okay, let's have a quick gander. Production hall. And it's going to give me a time on how long this is going to take me to do this. This one, I want 30. I have to click it every time? Come on. Ah, see, look, we don't have the materials. We can get more materials, though. If I say, I mean, when's that going to get done? I don't know. Do 20, then we'll have a rough gauge. Machinery workshop requirements. Okay. If we had all of that, it would speed things up, but it is what it is. But assign that now. 26 days. Oh, that ain't bad. So add another 13 days onto that, so that'll be 39 days. So we can do that in time as long as we get the resources in. Get off. Where's it gone? Contracts. 39 days. I'm thinking we can do that. But then we've also got to deliver it. That's a problem. So do I just do 20? If I bung it up, I can get more for it. I might just do 20 for now and just whack the price up. Oh, I can extend it. And whack the price up. Well, whacking the price up is more beneficial to me. I think it'll take about 15 days to actually get it shifted over. So, what was it? 29 days? I call it a month. So, that'll be the 21st of the 10th. And then I'll have 20 days to deliver it. That should be okay. Well, let's just whack the price up and get more money for it. We can delay it by a couple of days with no real cost, so that's fine. And what's the competitors offering? 138. So if I go for that, that'll do, and we get £1 million for it, which ain't too shabby. I do want to do more, really, but I guess I should have built more. Ha! Never mind. We need more materials. But at least we're going to get more money coming in. Well, what I am going to do is I'm going to update this. I don't know if this is going to bite me in the ass. You never quite know, but we shall see. Because as time goes on, when we've currently got idle people sat there doing nothing, so I'd rather have them doing something. So I'm going to have it where this is going to be called the Mark 1. I mean, that's the new hull, which I need to design. And then I'm going to stick the new engine in there, which is that one, which is marvellous. And then we're going to have new tracking gear, the male sponson, Mark 3, and on the other side, oh, you know what I could do? I could stick a girly one on one side and a gun on the other. In stats wise, that would be lovely, and I'm hoping that would mean it can still take on other tanks. Ooh, that is debatable. Don't quite know how that would work in actual combat, but stats wise it might work. I'll behave for this one. We'll just go for another male. And then another gunnage inside, and a nice juicy Lewis in the middle. So can I just sign that and get them doing it? Complete all the engineering. Yeah. So that needs to be done. So that's going to be the Mark 1. Oh, I didn't change the name of it again. Oh no, I can change it now. Oh, thankfully. Oh, that's not too bad then. So we're going to call this one the female. Oh, that's annoying. Female Mark 1. Oh yes, just Mark 1. Yeah, we'll do that. This one is going to be the male Mark 1. And then because this has upgraded components, a new engine and a new track, we're going to call this one... No, that's not right. The male Mark 2. Yeah, male Mark 2. Yeah, this is going to get complicated, but I've got a system. I need to change that. Alright, you'll see what I'm doing in a minute. So that is going to be the male Mark 2, because it's got different components. New engine and new tracks that can often sway them off. Now I'm going to do a new design, which is going to be the upgraded version of the old engine and the old tracks. Just so in case they go a little bit funny. Now, it should be okay with the males and then the guns. So this is just going to be a direct upgrade. And this is going to be called Mail Mark 1.1. See what I've done there? So with upgraded components of the same, I'm going to keep it as Mark 1.1 or whatever. Oh, I've not put crew in it. Oh my Gideon. Right, I'll have to sort this mess out. Right, I've fixed it. So, we have the Mail Mark 1. This is the original with all the old stuff in. Then we have the Mail Mark 1.1. It's all blue because the new components. But this has the original components, but they are just upgraded. Because I know what... I've got a funny feeling they're going to want the same tracks on. They might want the same engine as well. I don't quite know. Then we have the Mail Mark 2, which has new pieces of track. I want to be prepared. This is why I'm doing this. And all that gubbins. And then we have the Female Mark 1 currently. So we'll see how we get on. And we might even make a Female Mark 1.1 and Mark 2 just to follow suit. I'll just sort that out. Alright, I've done it. So, same thing with the female. I've done it with the original components, but upgraded. And then I've done it with the new components as well. I really do have a funny feeling that the British government are going to go, no, it has to have the original tracking gear when they want reinforcements. And I'm not being caught out, but it still has to be a half-decent tank, and your competitors will also compete with it, so I do want to be on the ball. Now, I am going to create a new design as well, which I'm going to call the... we've got a male and female. It's just going to have a bit of both, isn't it? So this one is going to have the newer engine. We don't need to backtrack to the older one because we haven't made one of these before and they can't whinge. And this is going to have a male on one side and a female on the other. With a cannon. Hopefully that gives it some anti-tank capability. A Lewis gun there and there and there. Now, you're probably thinking, what on earth are you doing? Well, I want to try something out, so I'm doing it. And that's the beauty of this game. You can do whatever you like. So, driver, gunner. Oh, we need a loader, a mechanic, and a mechanic gunner. That'll do. Wonderful. And ammunition, fuel... and paint. Because this is a funky one, I'm going to give it a funky design, and I'm going to go for that, because it doesn't know what it is. I might just keep it as that, because it's the same hole. But anyway, yeah, we'll do that. And this is going to be, so we've got male, female, I'm going to put B, it's both, Mark 1. Wonderful. Save that. We've got a few different pieces now. I won't let them zoom out by that point. But yeah, this should be interesting. It would be nice when we can integrate some of the French design of things. The engine that we took from it is crap, so I'm not going to bother with that. The new engine that we've researched is far superior. So we shall be playing with that instead. Now... one thing you may notice is with the new engine, look how many less crew we need. Because we need less mechanics. The machine gun one, you don't need loaders because it's just machine gunners. Which means the crew is going to be pretty much in the green, which makes them a lot happier. But because all of these pieces haven't quite been made yet, what I do need to do is actually stick them together, and we can do that in engineering. Yes. We've got all the blueprints there. We just need to actually get them done. So these ones which have draft next to them, we need to be doing that. And that is a draft all in itself. So we can get people doing that. It's going to take 10 days. I think I can only do one at a time. I'm not too sure, but it will be lovely if I could do 2. No. Upgrade your building to expand your capacity. So that is something that we do need to do. Especially if we're going to be mucking about like what we are doing. So it's definitely an interesting way of doing it. We'll just have to see how we're getting on. One thing I need to fix is having stuff in the warehouse. We've got stuff coming in, but it's just going to take a little bit of time, I believe. So we'll have to see. Production hall, we've got a man in there doing wonderful things. Problem is, you don't want to build a tank and not be able to sell it, so I am kind of keeping all of that. So we're just going to play through now and see how we're going to go on. Research is... Oh, they've accepted it. Oh, wonderful. So we need to sort that out then. It would be nice on the demo... Oh, yeah, look. Rivals. Some of all reports regarding rival activities and achievements. We can't spy on our enemies at this point. Counting doesn't happen, apparently. We need... we can get loans. What's this? Provides bonus for the reduction of all construction costs for all facilities. Yeah, I'm not bothered about that. Lobbying. Bonus to influence point growth for all countries with 0. Yeah, I'm not bothered about that one. What is that? Bonus to administrator perks, 25%. That's quite nice. Ooh. I might do it. Do it. Why not? See what else I can actually build around here. So that's building millions of juicy things. Design Bureau. I haven't got anything here at the moment. Do increases chance for integrity bonus. Currently occupied total number of available tank design. Currently occupied. And total number of available tank design slots. What is that? Of supporting and increase the number of maintained tanks. Oh! Yeah, I want that. I'll just see how we get on with that. Reduction of resource cost of designing the tank. Oh! Oh, that's quite nice. It's only 3%, but I suppose we'll be doing it all the time. Reduction of defect severity. Bonus for man-hour cost of designing the tank. Well, that one did a bit of both, so I don't know why we not do that one. And that one does just a solid one of them. Reduction of tank design process. Ooh, that's a good one. Increase the number of employees per line. Yeah, I think I will do that one. Then we've got bonus to a chance of completing the project in 1 day. 2%. No, I'll not do that one. But what I will do is do this one. Optimized focus, reduction of the cost and the man-hour cost. Yep. And I'm going to go for reduction of the cost of designing the tank as well, because there's going to be a lot of it. I think you can only do 4 buildings before it starts whinging. And we've still got this one, which is the Engineering Bureau. Provides a bonus for engineers per line. I like that. Yeah, we'll get things done faster. Bonus chance to do it in a day. Now, I don't care about that. Reduction of time for whole projects, maybe. Turrets, power plant, running gear, primary weapons, secondary, reverse engineer. Ooh, reverse engineer bureau. I mean, what takes the longest? Probably hull, running gear, and power plant. I'd say so. And then you can't build anymore, you can only have a few. I think they're the ones that take the longest, so you might as well get a bonus on them. And we've still got things that we could do in here. I don't care about that one, so that's structure. Bonus for reduction of the cost of core nodes, I don't know what that is. Component nodes, see they're all different parts of it. Bonus to analysts of all research. Yes! Oh, absolutely! Structure, research cost for mobility nodes, and reduction of cost of firepower. Now that's a cost reduction overall. So we'll go for that. And maybe the structure. We won't be doing that often. Oh yeah, we will. I think these take the longest because it's the biggest. Oh, I think we'll do that. We're just trying to go about this in the best manner possible. So we're just going to have to see how we get on. to be completely honest, and work from there. So let's pass time a smidge, shall we? Is anybody doing nothing? Yes, engineers are doing nothing. I can't be having that. I'll just sort the staff out. I think we're alright for now. We're just going to have to wait for these buildings to build, and then we can really sort out those upgrades. Ooh! Intelligence report. German tanks sighted. We're getting in what? Indications from the front lines that German tanks have been spotted on their way to the front. Nothing is known about their capabilities or tactics. Therefore, equip your tanks with enough firepower to face strongly armoured opponents. Well, that is why I was thinking of doing the Misfit tank. Because when I played the demo... Oh, engineering of the artillery piece is done. But yeah, when we played the demo, if you only had a tank with machine guns, it just gets blown up by another tank, which isn't great. Now we've got 2 more things that we could do here. We can get this hull done. I think we'll research that. We'll get that sorted, shall we? It's going to take 9 days, but it is what it is. Hopefully we can capture some German tanks. Disassemble them. And then really give it some on making some wacky designs. That's what I'm looking forward to. Research of medium hull is now done. Excellent. Let's have a look in there. That was the Whippet tank. We need to design that as well now, don't we? Yeah, there we go. So they're going to want a light tank regiment, aren't they? To be completely honest. So now we're going to need the running gear for it, which is one of these bad boys. You can get that done in a few days. Excellent. Yes, give me that. And it would be cool if we can stick a little turret on it with some machine guns. That would be absolutely marvellous. Oh no, the Germans won again. Never mind. Campaign points 2. That's no good, is it? Hopefully our tanks will turn the balance. So, not that one. This one. Here we go. This is the little whippy hole. How marvellous is that? Oh, glitch in the matrix. Wonderful. So what can we actually do with this then? So... Oh look, that's that new steel. That's wonderful. Just have to see what the weight turns out like, to be completely honest. We've got the riveted goodness. What is that? That's the volume. That is good how that is reduced. Riveted assembly. That's the old one. This is the new one. Does it... Which stats get done? It's hard to say. Where's it gone? Oh look, structure. Oh, that's worse. Oh, but it doesn't cost anything. Oh, how wonderful. I don't think that quite looks at it. Oh yeah, look. Oh, the cost is so much better. Well, like that. We'll see how that turns out. Ammunition storage, that's inside the tank there. We have a sight. Okay, that's what you're going to be looking out of. Just a little poxy little slit. Can't do anything there or there or there. We've got fuel storage. If we want it, doesn't have to have it. Operational range. But where is that on here then? How do I take that off? Where's that gone? I think that is further up, to be completely honest. Let's have a look. Oh yeah, mobility, there we go. Goes from 4 to 11, and that's definitely going to be a thing. This is a cheaper option, but no, it's just better. Yeah, we'll keep that one on there. Ventilation, that's for the engine. That's the only one that we have. That increases many things. Hatch, we can go for the hatch mark 2. Yeah, I think we'll go for that. The door. That one's just not as good. We'll go for the door Mark 2. And then over here. Now, do we want a tail wheel on this? It's bigger than the tank. Are you mad? But how does that improve the agility? Really? And then you've got obstacle doodah. We need to watch the mass on this. I believe it gets a bit close. And then the volume goes up as well. Ooh, I don't think we'll have that much volume to play with, to be completely honest with you. Better armor though would be wonderful. I might even go for that. Better armor, especially if we're going to be facing other tanks. That would increase their survivability to a large degree. But it will cost more money. A lot more money. And resources. So if you have a look, iron and steel and things. It's high carbon steel that goes through the roof. So do we do a cheaper one, or do we do the lighter one? That is a jolly good question. Problem is, we don't have stats on what the enemy's infantry can do, but we do need to prepare for that. So having that kinetic resistance might help for, say, an anti-tank gun. Shock resistance, explosive energy, so that will be grenades and things. I think we'll give it that little bit of a better boost there. And we'll just call this one the Whippet Mark 1. Alright, it's just the thing, isn't it? So we'll leave that as it is. There we go. Components. Oh, we've got to do all this as well, yeah, haven't we? Or do we? Is the hull just on its own thing? So we've already got the engine. We need the tracks. Oh, look, that's the tracks for the French thing. Ooh. Let's have a bit of a gander at that. Sprung rollers. Oh, wow, they are heavy. I wonder if we could fit that on a Whippet. That would be ideal, wouldn't it? And then we've got all these different bits. It's got not the best one. We'll go for that one. And this one again. I think we shall go with that one. Cross-country speed is a big thing. That's a fat sprocket, that, isn't it? Look at that. So we'll go for that. I do wonder if we can fit that on. I'm going to have a look. There's no other turrets. Let's have a look at the design and see if this works, because you could really stick together some right weird things. So here's the medium Whippet series. This is the hull that we have. The engine, we can put in the new engine, and that fits in somehow. And you can, look, you can stick that French doodah on it. Ah, yeah. That's pretty cool, isn't it? Alright, alright. And then we don't have a turret for that. That's just got an armoured seal on the top. Which isn't ideal. I kind of need more tech, but you've got machine guns which can squirt around. 4 of them in this thing. Armoured seal. I want a turret on top of that. Oh, I really do. This thing needs a turret. And we can edit that in engineering still. Do you want to save the modified? Yeah, sure. Because didn't we skimp out on a bit of weight somewhere? On this thing. And stick a wheel on it. Let's do that and go back to design. It should be the same one. Or do we just change it? Yes, yes it has. Okay, that works. Oh, that's quite nice. That was really smooth. But we need a turret on top of that thing. definitely. But what we can do is save that as it is. We'll call it just call this the W Mark 1 and save. Oh no, we didn't put crew in it, did we? See, look, we could only put 4 crew in it. Need a gunner. Oh, just a mechanic. Oh man, this is awful. The commander is going to have to be a commander gunner or something. Why does it need 10 people in mechanics? 5 for that suspension. Oh, that is awful. But it is what it is at the moment. We can always shufty this around. And we'll give it a nice slappy green on there as well. I kind of like that one. But we kind of need to stick that together. Now, another interesting thing I'm wondering is if we can stick... Oh no, no, it doesn't work. I was going to say that French tracking on this, but it will not work. No. So, we'll have to work on that one. Do you want to save this new design? No. So I am 4 days away from getting that new piece of running gear. Now, I am going to compare the two and see which one works best for that Whippet tank. But all of that is just engines. I need a turret. Improved medium hull. It gives me a new bolt. Yeah, go away. Oh, now this is what I need. Combo Mark 1. That would need that on our tanks of goodness. Right, well I can't find anything to do with the turret on top apart from this. Which is a little bit annoying. So, we might need to steal one from the Germans when that comes about. But we are getting there. So, in terms of actual tankage, when we get that running gear sorted, we've got a lot of designing to do. But research-wise, we might go for this solid shot. So we have HE for the infantry and solid rounds for the tanks. That will go a long way in defeating the enemy tanks. I'm probably going to need to redesign the hull on them, the Mark 1s, but we can also go with the improved Hornet. Hey, what does that give us? I don't know if we can stick a turret on that or not. I'm not quite sure. But the bigger tanks... Oh, there's the Mark 5 hull. That is a drastic change. That is wonderful. And everybody will like me for doing that. Firepower, we're not too bad. Sights would be lovely. And so on and so on. Better octane fuel. See, that is actually really cheap. Operational range, power unit. If you compare it with that... you get a lot more range out of it, and that is really quick to do, actually. So that would be wonderful. And then you can even start looking at these, which are new. Well, that's the Hornet track, the Tadpole track, and so on and so on. I think this will only fit on the... oh, well, not on this. Put it that way. Oh, it might. I don't know. I don't quite know. We'll have to find out. But if I can get that, the combo, on this, that would be marvellous. So I'll have to see. The design, but I am going to get this medium Whippet Mark 1 on the go, to be completely honest. Get that sorted. It is going to be the next tank that I think that they're going to need. So we can stick people on it. That's going to be 9 days, and then we can look at the other various other bits for it. Other things I could do as well, something I didn't quite realise before, we have the new armour type, don't we? So, male sponson, yeah, we can now make another one with the new steel, and that increases the protection significantly. And we can also make it so that riveting costs nothing. And it reduces the volume as well, and that is marvellous. And we've got all of these different pieces as well now. There's so many different little upgrades you could do all the time on everything. It's marvellous. So if we just keep going, and when we do design a new piece of tank, because it just keeps going all the time, you'll get to a point where you might do 2 or 3 different designs of these, but by the time you're ready, you're up to that 3rd one, and then you just do the 3rd one. It's so much better. I'm going to do the same with the female one as well. The new steel, which is hardened. This, which means that riveting is free. Figure that out. Yeah, I know. There you go. There's that. Oh, we've got this artillery piece as well. I don't know what else we can stick this on, but, I mean, a recoil guard, a gun elevation. Oh, wonderful. Gun elevation. That would be wonderful. There's a gun breach. We've got the Mark II on there. We've also got a sight. So that is wonderful. I do wonder if that means we can have a new one of these. Yeah, new optics for the sight. There you go. You can see the change there. That's the only one, unfortunately. Oh, we've got a new gun breach. That increases elevation quite a bit, actually. That is wonderful. We need that. Now we also need to do another one for the hull, so we can now have on here a sight. That'll help, and that's probably going to come up as a defect, but it is what it is. The better armor, the free rivets, which is marvelous. That'll definitely reduce the price. Extra ammunition storage, that is creamy. We need shell storage, we've already got that. Extra fuel storage, operational range. Normally at 2, now goes up to 9. That is much nicer. Vision ports, increase them. We get better ones, increasing accuracy. The hull hatch 2 is better. There's that one which is cheaper. We'll go for that one because it's cheaper on man hours, but it is what it is. The hull door, we can improve that as well, which is marvellous. We'll still keep that big boxy thing on top, and that's going to be the new improved hull. Now, there's so many different... See what I mean? So many different little pieces. And eventually, as you go on, because you can only do so much, hopefully when we get a few more people in here, it will all be good. But you can just make, again, more designs, and then you go, oh, I'm going to go for that one, and then you're happy. All those upgrades have just been done. We've got all these new stuff. Research is done. Everything. Oh, yes. Wonderful. That is what we want. Reverse engineering, we can... There's only one thing left that we can do, which is getting this machine gun. So we will do that. 3 days, that's all that takes. We did our research in low pass running gear as well, so the Whippet running gear, we'll have to have a quick look and see how that looks. Now the next one, I think I should go down, is getting the solid shot rounds, I believe. We're going to need that soon enough if we're going to be facing the enemy tanks. So we'll get that done first, and then I am definitely thinking of getting this bolt assembly so we can get reliability up and try and get that combo one. Oh, would you look at that? Okay, so that French one, this is the French running gear. The mass limit is quite high, but on this it is much more mobile. So I think we'll go for that, to be completely honest. It's a lot less weight though, we'll have to see what the weight turns out like. So looking at this, the mass is actually pretty bob on with the Whippet tracking gear, so we'll go ahead with that, I think. This is what they will both look like. That's the one with the French suspension. That is the one with the hour suspension. Now, obstacle width and everything else, it's going to have defects and so on. But it's actually very similar in cost, actually. But this one needs less crew in it. And everything else, that is marvellous. Crew's going to be proper cramped in there, though. That ain't great, not going to lie. We'll have to see. Hey, I found the first good thing that's come from that French tank. The machine gun rate of fire is incredible. And it's just a little bit better, so I think I'll design one of them at some point, see how we get on. You can stick a lovely barrel of goodness on there. That is actually a hell of a lot better. And you've just got so many options. And this is only the beginning. Right, well, there's no battle today for us, unfortunately, but you can see where this is going. There are so many options for all the little different bits of things. You can go mental. If you like creating wacky designs, you've already seen the potential for that. Just wait till we get some German designs in and start incorporating them into our designs. That's going to be absolute madness. I hope you've enjoyed yourselves. Let me know your thoughts on all the features in this. That would be fantastic. And I'll see you in the next one. See you later. Bye-bye.